stand up in the paint, can you walk a killer's style? All that talking out your ass, don't cash no checks. You ain't staying in your lane, then your ass gon' wreck. I'm a big freight train and I ain't pumping no brakes. Niggas walking by the tracks like something.
This video is for mature audiences. If you're watching this and you're underage, you have shitty parents or parent and they should be sterilized.
Hola, pinches. This is your boy Tico Trent, and I'm going to talk about my views or thoughts on sex and dating, for the most part. This is going to be a part 2 to that, and this is probably going to go on for a while, considering that I have a lot on this topic, and how I view it for the most part, and my views on it. And it's sad, but it is what it is. So, yeah, getting into it, a problem that I have with it's not even a thing. It's like basically how I view it for sex and dating for the most part. How I view it is, because like how everybody always talks about the SMV and the sexual marketplace value and all this other great shit and this, that, and the other. I view it differently. Because if you ever notice in live streams, and a lot of people have actually talked to me, and we've always ranked women and in live streams or in like the different servers and chat rooms and shit like that, and and talking on the phone and, via email and shit like that, people generally have a general sense on how I'm going to rate a woman for the most part. And for y'all don't know, if you've ever listened to it, and people that think I'm joking, most women in the Western world rank between a 3, 4, and a 5 to me on my scale of 1 to 10. Those are the most I'll give you up front off the bat. A 3, 4, and a 5. And most women, a lot of women don't actually rank. I don't think there's a woman that I've actually ranked as a 5 in the Western world for the most part. But for the most part, so women are usually ranked between a 3 and a 4 for the most part. That being said, how my scale actually works is you have to earn the rest of those fucking points. So you're not going to just be... Because here's the thing, when it comes to dating and sex. If you're a woman, if I look at you and I see you, or if somebody brings you to my attention, you're automatically a 3 or a 4 in my eyes, at best. I'll say something to the extent of, she's a Colombian 3 or 4 at best. That's exactly what I'll say. That's basically how I'll quote it. She's a 3 or 4 at best, for the most part. Or she's a Colombian 3 or 4 at best. And that's exactly how I view you. Because here's what happens. Is my view of you is based on a worldly view of women for the most part. So for you to come at me talking about, well, I'm a 10. No, bitch. You're a 4. Like, that's exactly how I view you. You're a 4 or a 3 at best. Suck it up and better yourself. Because I believe in improving yourself and improving upon yourself. I don't believe in just... Because all these scores that people just hand random women, I believe that's like your participation trophy for the most part. I look at that as a participation trophy. So this SMV that they always give different people, I view it as a participation trophy. You participated, you get this 10, or you get this 9, you get this 8. With me, no. It's a merit-based system. You got to earn this shit. So you start off as a 3 or a 4, and you pretty much earn points. You pretty much earn points based on how you're perceived to me and how you actually conduct yourself to me. You earn more points, so you can actually make your way up the SMV scale. And here's the thing that I've always found funny about women. It don't matter if I notice you. I wouldn't date you still. It don't matter, because like, here's the thing, like, because I remember when I first came to the U.S. and I would have women ask me, well, Tico, how come you never took me out on a date? How come you never asked me out on a date? Because Tico works off of a merit-based system. You have to earn the date. You can't be a 3 or a 4 in my eyes and expect me to want to take you out on a date. Only way you could be a 3 or 4 in my eyes and me take you out, me hang out with you randomly, is unless you're my fucking friend. That is like the only way. Like, I will not date you and I will not go out with you or be seen in public with you if you're a 3 or a 4 and you talk about wanting to date me, or, ask me why I never ask you out on a date. If you're a 3 or a 4 in my eyes, you haven't earned a date. You have to at least make number. You at least have to make it to 6, 7 to actually get a date with me for the most part, in my eyes. So you have to earn those points to make it to that to actually be better for the most part. You can't just come and talk about, but I'm a woman. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Bye. That's exactly how I feel about that. So like, there's a lot of women who have this entitlement. And the sad part about the thing about the women who have this entitlement, if I actually listen to you and you sound entitled, you're automatically a 3 or a 2. That's exactly how I feel about you. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. I don't care if your feelings are hurt. That's my honest opinion of you via sex and dating. If you have a high opinion of yourself and you feel entitled, you're automatically a 2 or a 3. And that's me being nice, giving you a 2 or a 3 because I could give you a 1. And for a lot of people who don't know, my scale actually goes negative too. So not only do you have to worry about being, if you're a 1 or a 2, you start doing shit and you sound fucked up, you can actually be a -2, a -3, a -4, a -5, a -6. And that's just facts. That's exactly how I do it. A nigga will just start taking points off you. So you think when you hit 0, you think you're okay. No. You start going -1, -2, -3. And that's exactly how I view sex and dating. So the more you go, the lower you go, the less attractive I view you, for the most part. So if you're a person, you have multiple partners, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. If you have multiple partners, you automatically drop. Your score automatically drops based on your partners, the number of partners you had, and the reasoning for those number of partners you had, and the reasoning why those relationships didn't work out. Your numbers drop. So your ranking number will drop for the most part. So it doesn't matter how cute you are. Let's just say if, I'm not knocking anybody, let's just say if Coach Greg Adams or anybody else puts you as a 10. If you have a high body count, to me, or if you have a poor attitude, you actually lose points based on that system. And I basically view you based on your attitude and how you carry yourself. So if you automatically got a 3 or a 4, that's letting you know how I view you as a human being for the most part. You're a 3 or a 4 at best. That's including your looks, that's including your overall package. If I don't know you at all, and somebody was to bring something to me, and I don't know your person, I don't know your character, you've never said anything never heard you say anything out of your mouth, or heard a snippet of you saying anything out your mouth, I'll give you a 4 or 5 at best. And that's just facts. So if I never heard you say anything, you get a 4 or 5 at best. If I've heard you say snippets of shit and you said stupid shit and how you carry yourself, and I noticed that shit, then you're ranked as a 3 or 4. That's what it is. So that's generally my views on part 2 to my views on how I view dating and sex for the most part in society. Based on a number. Yeah, you don't get to make it out on a date with me if you don't make it to at least the 6 for the most part. All women are ranked at 3 or 4. Unless you didn't say anything or say anything crazy or do anything stupid. If you didn't do anything stupid or say anything crazy, then you're ranked at a 5 or a 4. It's just facts. That's exactly how I view it. So, like, all this SMV shit that everybody talks about, it's cool, yeah. But to me, on my scale, you actually got to earn your way up to a fucking 9 or a 10. I'm not going to just give you a 9, a 10, or a 7. You got to earn that shit. This is a merit-based system. This is a meritocracy for the most part. So, yeah, no. It is what it is. And I digress.